Hello, so in these next two experiments, I'm going to be going with the grade 8 curriculum, matter, energy, and fluids. The big ideas are going to be about hydrodynamics and aerodynamics, how streamlined shapes favor laminar flow. Which in turns ease travel on water. It's related to aeronautics and boating. It's based on a video that I saw on indigenous people. The Inuit invented the kayak, which is very streamlined, same as the Algonquin with the canoe. Bark from tree barks. So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be, in one instance, we're going to be building a sailboat, two sailboats, out of a repurposed old RC toy I made for my kids a long time ago. And the other will be with paper airplane versus a paper ball. So I'll be filming the process, and let's get to it. So this is an old airboat I made for my sons in the past, maybe 8 years ago. So it's time to repurpose it. But the project can be made with any kind of foam board and other material. Okay, our boat is finished. This is what happened. So I've cut this in a, let's say, kayak shape, like this. So the idea is to don't modify the variables, don't add weight to it, don't add matter to it, but only change the shape. So in the first instance, we might go with the more aerodynamic tryout. So it's going to be with this, and I'm going to put this as the sail, like this. So my hypothesis is that probably the boat will go faster in this way. And then after, so we don't change, we only think about the shape. We're just gonna switch the sail like this. Might want to add a bit of tape, and the governor be here. I think I made another slot here like this. Yes. So our boat should be traveling this way. And obviously this is much less streamlined. Therefore the boat should go slower because there would be more turbulent flow that way as if it were going this way. Now the other variable we have to be constant is the wind. For this I'm going to be using a leaf blower, and I'm going to have the same power setting, same distance, and we'll see what's going to happen. So we're going to be assembling our boat. So the first time we're going to try it this way, which is not as streamlined as the other way, but still, for the sake of experiment, we'll do it. So I put my governor here and put the boat here. And I'm going to blow air with the leaf blower, which will make it control-ish. So starting it. Now let's transform our boat for more like a kayak style. Governor here in the back. So I have the same amount of material, but the only thing I'm changing is the shape, because that's what we really want to do. How does the shape affect laminar flow and the speed of the boat? conclusion, I think the experiment was successful. My hypothesis was proved right. The boat moves much faster and easier, oriented in a kayak style configuration. Although there might have been a bit of other variables, the angle of the wind, the intensity of the wind was pretty much identical, because you can tell by the sound of the leaf blower was identical in both situations. And we could see here there was a clear winner. Streamlined object floats clearly, easily through, cuts much easier through water. Thank you. And then we'll go for next experiment. Pretty easy. Paper airplane versus a paper ball. But the thing is, usually I could do the simple one as making an airplane and then squashing it into a paper ball and then throwing it after and see which one goes the furthest. But there are too many variables here because the strength at which I'm going to throw both objects might vary. So again, we'll be using the leaf blower because it's a little bit more constant. And I'm going to be suspending both objects on the wall using a piece of string and see which one moves the furthest. The one which is displaced the furthest basically is the one that is less aerodynamic. So we're going to be using another fluid this time, air instead of water. So for the next experiment, all we need is paper, a string attached to the ceiling, and my trustworthy leaf blower. That will provide some constant flow of air in that direction. So first I'm going to make a paper airplane. Well, paper plane is ready. Let's see if that's going to work or if it's going to be blown all over the place. I got a feeling that it might not work because the plane is tail heavy. I think I'll move the center of gravity a little bit in front. It blew it away, so I think I'm gonna make a hole through it and attach the rope instead. That does not work at all. Well, that one turned out okay. So let's take the same thing, don't change anything, the same object, but just change its shape. Well, let's see if it's going to make a difference, since I'm not changing anything right now. Still, good question. Here goes nothing. Okay, let's go. I think that is conclusive. Oh, here you have it. It was not as well controlled environment. There are many variables, but still, it's I think it would be fun to do in class. Of course, the teacher will have to be responsible for handling the leaf blower. But other than that, I don't think there are any safety issues. The only thing is trying to reproduce the bathtub in the class. That's the other thing I would have to figure it out, but might want to try to do that later. Thank you.